was always inspired by my father's achievement, because he started right from scratch. So like it was kind of a feeling that why, if he can start from scratch and do something big, then why can't I? So I wasn't ever afraid of going to new regions, new ventures and things like that.
تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوث وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. إلا دار زايد لا تقرب حماها لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوث وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. نحنا شعوب لها نفدى تراها نبذل الغالي لها دوم ونهب. نحنا شعوب لها نفدى تراها نبذل الغالي لها دوم ونهب. داري لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب صايب أسسها واليوم وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد. وام الشيوخ اللي الله رعاها ربت قروب للوطن هم سند لا تذكر الفزعات إلا طراها مداتها بالعطايا هي تسد. وام الشيوخ اللي الله رعاها ربت قروب للوطن هم سند ولا تذكر الفزعات إلا طراها مداتها بالعطايا هي تسد. وابو خالد الذي أمن ذراها تحت رايته العز ومن وهب. وابو خالد الذي أمن ذراها ابو خالد تحت رايته العز ومن وهب. لا تقرب إلا محب صايب أسسها واليوم وراها على الدانات 7 أبد. وجنودنا ليهم فخر بسماها نيشان فخر لنا دوم وأبد. وبنت زايد للوطن الله حباها ربت أجيال الفخر عز الطلب. وجنودنا ليهم فخر بسماها نيشان فخر لنا دوم وأبد. وبنت زايد للوطن الله حباها ربت أجيال الفخر عز الطلب. إلا دار زايد لا تقرب حماها لا 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 تقرب منازلها إلا محب. إلا دار زايد لا تقرب حماها لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب. إلا دار زايد
Dear viewers, you are welcome to a new episode of Verso Funeral Program. And as always we do, we will host a distinguished personality. Please welcome with me Mr. Vinod Damodaran. How are you, sir?
Very good, thank you, and welcome.
Kindly tell us, first, us asking who you are and what you do. Please tell us a bunch of info about yourself, please.
Great, thank you very much. I'm from the South Indian state of Kerala, and even though I'm from Kerala, I have been brought up in Odisha. So I did all of my schooling in Odisha. My childhood was in Odisha. So after my schooling, I left to Maharashtra for my graduation and post-graduation, and I completed my master's in finance. That's my part of education. During my school days, I wasn't so good in school because we had a business. My father was a contractor, so I always thought I'll be continuing with his business. So I wasn't, good in my studies. But then eventually, by the time I ended up my graduation, we literally had no business because we had a serious setback. So I had to think how to manage my life now. So it was kind of to start from the beginning. But I had a great inspiration from my father, that because he started from scratch and he could build so much during his time. So I was always inspired by that. So I never had a fear to venture into new region and start up something new. All the time I used to feel that I can do much more. I had that fire in me to do something, to accomplish something, to prove myself. So, but I didn't feel that I had that opportunity in India. I was trying to find myself somewhere where I can get to the position where it's like I wanted to have a platform where I can prove myself. So
Awesome. As all we know, every successful man has passed a lot through harder life. Basically, want to tell you what makes you open this career and how you chose it and who helps you out with.
I decided to come to UAE because I was looking for, a place where I can prove my real capabilities.
Who guide you to?
It is my father-in-law gave me the first idea. Why don't you try Gulf? But when it comes to Gulf, every next door in Kerala, everybody is aware of the opportunities in Gulf. I see so much of success stories, And when I thought of Gulf, the first thing came to my mind was UAE, particularly Dubai.
So because you started from the zero.
Yeah, of course.
And you went up to step by step.
Yes. I came here in August 2003. It was the 17th of August, and I came here on a visit visa which I received from one of my cousins. So, and I had a couple of hundred dirhams in pocket. So, my first priority was to land on a job because I didn't want to run out of money. So, fortunately, within the first 14 days, I could get a job. So, I got a job of a site secretary, and those days the villa projects were coming up. So, I was posted in Arabian Ranches as a site secretary for Engineering Consortium. It's a consultancy company. But from there, it started, my journey started picking up. So I worked there for about 8. It was a tough time at that time. Because when a beginner comes in, how he has to share accommodation with 5 people. I used to ride a bicycle from my accommodation to the place where I could be picked up, and so many things. So it wasn't.
You have to love it.
Yeah, that's part of life.
Exactly. As we know that love what you do till you do what you love. Exactly. So you start with a happy life. Yeah.
Exactly. So I always knew that there is more to do, and I was always looking for opportunity. And business was always in me. I was looking
for work.
Yeah. all the time I was looking for opportunity wherever, whatever I see, I would think,
You were
okay,
looking for it, yeah.
can I get something out of that? Can I do something there? So likewise, I was moving forward. I got my driving license done, and then I started looking for the next job.
Great.
So fortunately, I got into sales, and I got into an Australian company which was selling manganese castings. So that's how I started frequenting to Fujairah, because my job was to visit all the quarries in Fujairah and to sell manganese parts. So that's how I started getting into a comfort zone slowly, but still I had this big desire in me to start something of my own. It was always there, you know.
So how you comes to business and this career, and why you choose this career?
Fine. While I was doing the sales in Fujairah region and Russell Khaimah, in fact, I used to get a lot of inquiries for a product called screen mesh. So like I thought, fine, there's a shortage for this material in the market, because during those days in 2005-06 there was a boom in the construction sector in Dubai. So the quarries were doing really well. So they all needed this product called screen mesh, and there was a shortage in the market. So immediately it struck me that, okay, this is something which you can do of your own. So I decided to start a company in Fujairah Free Zone, register a company, and I thought I will trade in that product. Okay, so we got our first consignment from India, and very soon I realized that trading won't work, because by the time it reaches here, the customer usually is in such a hurry that they just cancel the order. So I had then no other choice rather than to think how to produce that locally.
Yes.
So, you know, it was out of necessity that I had to plan to manufacture that product, but I did not have the resources for that. So I teamed up a few members with few technical guys, and then started developing the machine, because the machine to produce the screen meshes are from Germany, and they are really high, very expensive, and you know, for a beginner it was difficult to afford. So we started developing this machine, and it took a long time for us to, you know, overcome that hurdles. And
for how long exactly?
Yes, I mean, we worked on developing the machine for almost 6 months, and you know, the 6 months without revenue was, you can imagine how difficult it is for somebody who's beginning. Somehow we managed to overcome those obstacles, and we just managed to get through and roll out our first mesh. So once we achieved that, we started to, you know, aggressively market our product, and slowly we started to gain sales and fall into momentum. Then we decided to add more products to our line, you know.
Yeah.
So adding products, like we wanted, our aim was to become a one-stop solution for the quarry industry. So we registered a company called Precision Crushers and Spares in 2006, again in Fujairah Free Zone. So that's how we started adding more products. We got into new dealerships. We got dealerships for crushing plants, equipments. We added more and more products to our line, and that's how we started, you know, picking up. But then once we reached, then it was time for us to look out. Yeah, we wanted to diversify, and we are associated with all the quarries, so we saw all the aggregates flowing out, being exported to Qatar and things like that. So
That's awesome.
So that's when we felt like, okay, why don't we venture into this business? So we started our third company called KPD Metacore. Basically, we were doing the aggregate trading in this company. Yeah, we started that in 2011, and then since then we were trading in aggregate. So, you know, having experience in trading of aggregates, then we thought it would be wise to have our own quarry.
So how it goes here?
Yeah, to acquire a quarry wasn't an easy job, because it's a huge investment. And but to cut it short, like that's how we came into the quarry industry. And ever since 2017, we are operating this quarry, Central Quarry and Mining. And within very short span, we have established ourselves well in the market. We are concentrating on Dubai market, supplying to most of the major projects in Dubai. It's a very high quality gabbro material, which is specifically used for asphalt industry, as well as it's used for concrete. Currently, we pride ourselves that we are one of the most leading companies in the UAE.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, every successful man has, of course, troubles in the beginning. So tell us what's difficulties you have faced up and how you figured it out since you start with your own project till now.
Basically, difficulty was the same what any beginner would face. In the beginning, there is a whole lot of challenges. People don't know you. You have to establish yourself. You have to prove your credibility. But our principles were very strong and straight. From the beginning, we were very ethical in our business. We had the customers had confidence in us, and we always gave priority to the quality. That's how even in the 2008 recession, even though all the small players, they disappeared, but we could manage to catch on because of the credibility,
Yeah.
The relation that you have with the customers, that's very important. So we had a very good team of people working with us.
Yeah, that's what I want to tell you about as well. Who's the most people, if you want to mention names as well, who helps you and stand with you since the beginning till now?
Yeah, I still have a lot of people who have been with me from the very beginning. About 13 years now. I'm not shy to say that whatever we have gained today is because of our people, which is very, very important.
Yes.
Mr. Shadi Sheikh, who is my right hand, in fact.
Okay.
So
We thanks Mr. Shadi as well.
yes, he's been very, very contributing person. That he has contributed a lot to the growth of this company. And everybody, each and every person in the company has contributed to the growth of this company.
As we know, easy, as all we know, easy to succeed in this country, but it's very hard to continue with. What's your opinion with that?
I don't think it's too hard to continue, but the thing is, we have all the support from the leaders of this country. We have all the support from the government, the free zone. They have been. The doors are open. You can go and, reach the top.
Nice. Well, just tell us, what's your future plan to upgrade your company, your group, to the next level?
Well, in terms of capacity, I think we are not having enough capacity now, because almost we are selling off almost all what is producing. So we are looking at expansion in terms of capacity. So we would be also looking at acquiring a few more units to add to our capacity to meet the demand of local market. We are concentrating more into Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah market, because a lot of infrastructure projects are coming up. So we need to be prepared for that. So we are looking at expansion in terms of capacity.
Well, last but not least, what would you say, the words to our young people to motivate them to succeed, to be like you?
Well, to succeed, I think the first and most important thing is that you have to cultivate discipline in your day-to-day life, in your business. This is one of the most important key factors. Second, you have to keep looking for opportunities. You should have that fire in you. You should always be looking for opportunities, never miss a chance. I would say you should not sleep off your time, spending time on social media. Rather, that time should be used for keeping yourself informed, keeping yourself hunting for opportunities and things like that. You need to surround yourself with people who are successful to understand what success is, what excellence is. So basically, it's something, and always you have to think that, life will take you through bad times, but then Yeah, you have to you have to have faith in God. You have to do your fair bit. You have to try your best, and then remaining, if you have faith, you will overcome any kind of bad situations, and then it will become a thing of the past. One of the other things is that you should never try to do too many things at a time. Step by step, once you accomplish something, then you will yourself have a sense of achievement, accomplishment, and you will have confidence to do the next thing. People will support you because you have proven your capability.
Well, what do you say, the words that comes from heart of the heart to our leadership and our ruler in UAE to thank them for the safety they're giving us to feel free at their country?
I'd like to express my sincere gratitude, highest appreciation and respect to all the benevolent leader of this country, without whose support we couldn't have established ourselves here. We thank you all from the bottom of our heart, and we wish UAE to be the best nation in the whole world. There is no place on earth where people can be more happier than in UAE. I really appreciate all the rulers of this country, and our prayers will always remain with you. Thank you very much.
I also thank you, Mr. Vinod, for the awesome words and the special thanks, motivationals to our ruler and leaderships in UAE. And I would like to thank you as well for having us in your office as well. And I'm so glad to work with you in such a beautiful day. Please allow us with my crew, to have a roll around your company, to take the businesses and everything you work with.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you.
It's a pleasure for us too.
Thank you.
Dear viewers, thank you, and we'll see you in the next episode.